A lot of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. The 4 and the 5, it's Johnson and Pirtle. Then it's McDermott. Then there's Murray. And it's Vassell in at the 2 spot. And for Philadelphia. And the small and power forwards are Thibault and Harris. Harden out there with Maxey. And it's Embiid in at the center position. Now here's Murray. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. And he gets it to go.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle. Just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
Harden kicks to Thibault. No good from outside. Here are the Spurs with the ball. For the 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Harden the pass to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And stolen by Murray. Here's Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, I'd like to see more passes like that from McDermott, especially when guys are open.
And you watch Harris, he's been playing with a high level of confidence.
Well, Greg, he puts the work in during the offseason. And in a lot of ways, he's bearing the fruit of that labor, and it's fun to see.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Harden. Embiid finds Harris. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Here's McDermott. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Murray against Harden. It's good. This game is all even.
He will not settle for a long jumper if he can get points inside. Harden will take any opening he can get. He exploits what the defense provides.
Oh, they keep the ball out of the cylinder, but pick up a foul in the process. 2 shots at the line. And in the past, Murray's coaches have said he wants to be pushed.
He's a tough kid who's overcome a ton. Takes nothing for granted, wants to earn his keep. He understands what a privilege it is to play in this league.
You know, you look at the potential Murray has, and it's exciting, quite honestly. He's a lead guard. He plays the point, but he's more of a scorer than a distributor at this point.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Murray, good.
Murray. Pirtle sees a guy on his team open. He finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Harris passes to Harden. Walker with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And finished off by Walker.
And he just punishes the D for falling.
Not very good.
This is it to Bates Diop over Millsap. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked. That one shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Korkmaz checked in for Harris. The Spurs also with the sub. Jones is checked in. The 76ers trail by 5. The drive by Green, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Richardson.
When Green's on the court, you can't lose him because he's just too dangerous as a shooter.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
And finished off by Collins.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Clock at 6. Millsap. That one drops for him.
I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim. He has a commanding presence.
Jones, the pass to Walker. He takes it in. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Walker's got his second bucket.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside, Jones. Richardson the pass to Jones. Driving inside. Lays it up off the glass.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already. Body control and concentration.
A terrific all-around player for many years. Millsap, Clark when healthy, continues to impact the game.
A pro's pro, Kevin. Just rock solid, impactful, steady, reliable. Stretches the floor with the three-point shot. Always in the right spot defensively. Rebounds well at both ends. I mean, just really the consummate pro and value-added player. And an all-star multiple times as well.
And the dunk by Walker.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folk. He can pass it, too.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Here's Primo. Shoots the three. It doesn't go for him. And so it's San Antonio with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
I think I need to, be.
And certainly Embiid has shown he can dominate.
MVP level talent. He's just got to bring it every time down the floor.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Josh Richardson. Collins is out there with Jones. And it's Bates Diop in at the power forward. Now here's Green. Embiid, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Richardson dishes to Jones. Back to Richardson. Here's the teardrop. 4 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Green. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Hey, good luck trying to move Embiid off the block. If Joel has position, there's not much anybody can do to stop him.
San Antonio calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. In the corner, Harden from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Murray with it. Now defended by Embiid. Wide open look here for Murray. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Murray's got 5 now. Greg, you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but You know, the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season. And so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love where our game is and look forward to watching these young men chase their dream.
Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And Harden, absolute vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Johnson. And another basket for San Antonio.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Harris outside. Going inside and slam dunk by Harris.
You know, we talk a lot about athleticism, guys. It's important. And right there, Harris used his well to create for himself.
Murray looking around. Kicks it out to Johnson. Inside. Looking for McDermott. He gets it there. Murray with it. He's got 5. Harden grabs the miss. And it's Thibault in the corner. Harris outside. 76ers moving the ball around. Embiid, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They lead by 4.
And probably surprising to scouts, Johnson has played power forward quite a bit.
Well, you know, he's not as tall as most power forwards, but he's really cut up. He's bouncy. He's energetic, fearless, and he's really a mismatch for most other forwards.
Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Pirtle's got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Harden against Murray. And it's Harden shooting it down.
Boy, the confidence of Harden. I love it. When it comes to dribbling the ball, he feels like he can go by anybody at any time.
Spurs leading by 6. Here's Murray. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here is Harris. He's got 5. Here's Embiid. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And along with terrific production, Harris is an interesting team leader, very positive in his approach.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap is checked in for Joel Embiid. Green comes in for George Niang. Mark Maz, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Maxey subbed in for James Harden. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. Coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away. And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review, coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And And some changes here for the 76ers. James Harden comes in for Paul Millsap. And Joel Embiid subbed in for Harris. Now here's Walker. He's guarded closely. And that one drops. Walker's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Now here's Green, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Here's Embiid, stolen by Walker. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Collins passes to Bates Diop. Stolen by Harden.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. 1 second left. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
It's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better. That's part of the effort.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have a solid 8-point lead. Shaq, what did you...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down on the block, it's Harris and Embiid. Actually out there with Harden. And it's Thibault in at the small forward position.
It doesn't really matter if you body hard enough. He's committed to scoring the basketball, and his concentration allows him to do so.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
San Antonio with the ball. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by Harris. The 76ers trail by 8.
And one of Johnson's teammates recently called him country strong. And Johnson himself acknowledged he has a lot of room to get even stronger. It's scary.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Vassell, they grab their own miss. Nice shot by Poeltl.
And Poeltl has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
Maxey, no good. And Greg along with the power. Johnson brings great athleticism.
And that makes him a tremendous rebounder. Can switch defensively. It's within the realm of possibility that he becomes an all-star someday.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Philadelphia. Harden kicks to Thibault. No good with the triple. Spurs leading by 12. Here's Murray. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Thibault, the pass to Harden. Philadelphia moving the ball around. No good on the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Pass to Murray. Back to Johnson. Millsap grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Harris with it. Now guarded by Poeltl. Count it. Good. Millsap's got 8.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. The 76ers making a switch here. Niang's checked in. Johnson dishes to Poeltl. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Poeltl is a massive guy, somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
Green, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for the Spurs. He makes 1 of 2 that time. The 76ers trail by 11. And here's Maxey. And he banks in the layup. He's got 6.
Worked that one inside nicely.
The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Walker in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 8th assist in the game.
He might not have the long-range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's Harris. Here's Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, for a power forward, Millsap handles that rock well. I mean, that creates all kinds of problems for the defense.
Spurs leading by 10. Outside, Walker. Back to Murray. Over Maxey. Murray, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Millsap. Out to the right wing. Here's Niang. Shot clock at 6. Here's Maxey. Ball's knocked loose. The Spurs have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Poeltl with the steal. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Millsap. Shake Milton comes in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Green. San Antonio also making some changes. Diop's checked in. And Josh Richardson subbed in for McDermott. Here's Primo. Kicks it out to Johnson for 3. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Spurs leading by 11. To the middle. Here's Johnson. A shot's good on the assist by Walker. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Walker against Harden. Here's Maxey. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Embiid.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Here's Primo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. With 4 seconds on the clock, and he sinks the layup. Primo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Keldon Johnson has been leading the charge for San Antonio. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you